Bit of a weird one this week. I want to talk about Harry Potter. So I absolutely love Harry Potter. I think they're a fantastic book series for adults and kids. They teach you a lot of lessons about how to be a better person, a better friend. And I love Harry Potter. He is a great hero character. He's not overly powerful. He's just a normal kid, scrawny, flawed kid. But he has great hero characteristics that are really admirable in normal people. So he's got a really keen sense of what is right and wrong, and he always follows his conscience. He's brave, he's loyal, he's a great friend. So I really love Harry Potter, and that's one of the main things that draws me to him as a character. So I've been thinking about this lately, and the Harry Potter books, well, the last one in particular is really sort of like, it's stuck in my head at the minute. I think the last time I read this book was probably about 7 years ago. I've obviously watched the film since then, but I keep seeing things in daily life that sort of mirror what happened in the last two books, maybe. In the later novels, everything is in a state of chaos. Voldemort, the Dark Lord, who killed Harry's parents and loads of other people, has come back to power fully, and all of his followers are with him, and they're recruiting giants and all sorts of magical creatures to destroy the wizarding world and take over everything. So you've got wizards turning each other over to the Dark Lord and the dark side, betraying each other, and the evil guys are killing and torturing anyone who opposes them. You've got the wizarding world that are magical, have magic powers, and then you've got the non-magical community, which they call muggles, which is us, basically, everyone in the real world. And they can also have children which are born from muggle-born parents, but who have magical powers. So they call those muggle-borns. The derogatory prejudice term that they use is mudblood. And this is one example of division that you see in the last book, where they make muggle-borns register at the Ministry of Magic. Also, you see that Voldemort has the Daily Prophet, which is the media in Harry Potter, and the Ministry of Magic put out wanted posters for anybody who opposes him. They slander them in the media and make them out to be dangerous individuals, so that normal sort of wizarding folk will dob them in, will capture them, will tell Voldemort of their whereabouts, and help them capture them. So the Muggle-born wizards are put on trial. They lose their jobs, they lose their wands, which is obviously a huge thing in their wizarding world, as they use their wands as a tool to do a lot of things in life. And yeah, it's a symbol of freedom. It's a symbol of independence to them. It's a limb. It's something they use. So they have that taken away from them because they don't fit in, because they're not part of the whole, and that's terrifying. They even start to teach anti-Muggle-born propaganda at Hogwarts, and they don't allow students to attend who are Muggle-born in the 7th year. And we've got this going on right now. We can see that there's a divide in society happening already, which is being pushed by the media and the government, where people are being forced into taking the you-know-what. There's lots of pressure from family and friends, as well as the media and the government. You only have to switch on the telly, and there's programs talking about you getting rid of your friends who haven't had it, or not seeing family members who have not had it, or have chosen not to have it. And it's just another example of division. And you can, if you go back and watch the Harry Potter films, you can see how they do it in that. It's just very, it's scary. So in the Harry Potter universe, Voldemort is the most evil and most powerful Dark Lord they have seen for a good 50 years since Grindelwald. Nobody uses the name Voldemort. They are all absolutely terrified of using that name, as it reminds them of a time of fear, terror, and death. The similarities to modern times and what goes on in Harry Potter are very frightening, especially when you consider that J.K. Rowling used World War II and the Nazis as a source of inspiration for her books, for the Death Eaters, for Voldemort, and what was happening to people and how they were being divided, terrified, constantly. That one of the main weapons that Voldemort uses in the book is fear, and that is one of the main themes that they always go back to, is that the characters, who are usually good people with good hearts, will do terrible things out of fear. Fear for safety, fear of the family, fear of how they are looked at in the public eye, in the media. Nobody dares utter the name Voldemort in Harry Potter. Even from the first book, they call him He Who Must Not Be Named in the scene with Hagrid. The bad guys use this to their advantage, and they attach a certain spell to the name Voldemort. Harry uses the name Voldemort in an argument when they're on the run, and Voldemort's followers magically appear. So they must have attached some sort of magic to the name where when someone's brave enough to say it, obviously they're going to be the main guys who oppose them. The followers just appear, they're teleported there, or whatever happens, they apparate there straight away, and then they're captured. When I remembered that this happened in the book, it hit me that this is exactly the same as censorship. If you say the V word, if you mention anything to do with what's going on online right now, you will get a tag on your post, it'll get looked at. If you say something that goes against the guidelines, you'll have it taken off, removed, you'll get banned off Facebook, you'll get a strike on YouTube, you'll get banned on YouTube. If you earn money from YouTube, obviously don't, then you'll be demonetized, you'll be deplatformed. And that's the livelihood, that's someone's livelihood sometimes. Like, I've seen channels go down forever on YouTube where people make a living from it. And I'm not saying that like a Death Eater is going to appear outside your window and kill you or take you to Voldemort. But what I'm saying is that what we say, how we talk is being monitored all the time, and we're being silenced in some cases. And if we're not silenced, then at least we're having all this stuff attached to us online, like these labels and links to NHS studies and links to biased science. A quote that stuck with me from Harry Potter is one of Albus Dumbledore's. Dark times lie ahead of us, and there will be a time when we must choose between what is easy and what is right.